Okay, so this is kind of like my introduction to why am I doing this? Why YouTube? Why? That's what I'm going to tell you. Okay, so my name's Casey, although by now I think the only few people who'd actually be watching this will know that. So I basically just finished my 2-year graphic design course, which is crazy because although it felt like it took forever while you're in it, now that it's done, I'm like, whoa, it's done. And it feels very strange now, sort of not hustling on assignments and trying to frantically get things done. So the end of my studies marks the first time in a long time in my life where I actually have no plans ahead of me, which is very exciting and very scary. It's like you're starting from scratch, you're starting anew. So, you know, I think the last 2 years with my studies has also generally been a very sort of life-changing period for me, not just because of my studies, but also just because of a lot of personal things that have happened. And I am on a blank page now where I'm having to decide what I want to do from here. And also because I'm on a blank page and I have nothing to do right now, besides look for a job, some would say, is that I don't want to stay idle. I think for a long time completing my studies has been my big goal, and it's also what kept me going through some rough times. It was kind of like you don't really have time to fall apart right now. You've got to get your studies done, and I don't want to sit idle. So I guess I'm inviting you to follow me on my journey of whatever is to come. So I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for ages. So I've just never really had the time to do it. So that's definitely in my plans. Woohoo! I'm gonna do some weird stuff. I'm gonna do a lot of arty stuff, but I think it's gonna be more vloggy, and I'm gonna try new arty things. And I think next year I definitely want to travel. I know everyone's sort of asking me if I'm going to be finding work, but I've been in my hometown since I've been born. I've never been anywhere else. I've never been out of my country. So, but I've always been busy with something, with school, with work, with studies. So I don't want to tie myself down straight away to something that's just going to keep me stuck here for the next couple of years. I don't really have the means or funds to go travel, but I am determined. So where there's a will, there is a way. It will happen. I will make it happen. I will figure it out. At the same time, I'm not just dropping my studies. So I've got design. I've got a particular interest in illustration, and I'd like to maybe do some kids' books. So what I've actually been doing is researching ways that I can both travel and work or make money as an illustrator. It's something I'm still looking into. So if anyone has any suggestions, especially from the creative community, really appreciate that. So far, from what I can tell, is taking online jobs for clients to create a passive income by creating stock images or photography that you can sell on stock sites. The only problem that I've seen from that is it's something that takes a while to build up before you really start seeing the benefits from that. So I've got a lot of research still to do. So, and I've got a lot of creative things I've been dying to do. You know how it usually is when you're busy, you generally don't have time. That's like when your best ideas come up, is when you don't have the time to pursue them. So there's a lot of creative projects, personal projects I've been wanting to do that I just didn't have the time for. So I am going to go get a book because I'm quite particular. I'd like to get me a pretty notebook to write down all my ideas, all my projects, all my aspirations, and figure out my life from there. Yeah, I've got lots of notebooks on my bookshelf. That's the word, bookshelf. But they've all generally got things I've scribbled in or ideas or things from the past, so I kind of want a new fresh book for my new fresh start, for my new fresh journey. Yeah, I don't want to sort of start new goals in an old book with old goals. So yes, the only problem is it's hella windy outside today and I ride a scooter at the moment. Very cute, but not very practical when the weather decides to be stubborn. So I would love if we had a tapo shop. Tapo, if you're listening, East London needs a tapo shop. But for now I don't have that, so the next best thing is probably going to be Mr. Price home. I'm going to go look for a pretty journal and I'm gonna write some stuff down there. So join me on this journey. Follow me. Be there for the failures and be there for the good times. That's what this is. So yeah.